Social attitudes to mental illness. The introduction is going to explore what stigmas about mental health are and why they exist. Understanding stigmas is crucial for dealing with them. By being more aware of negative perceptions, we can make efforts to change them. We can also become more aware of how they may be affecting our own views. Stigmas are a very big problem for people dealing with mental health problems, and combating them is a challenge. Topics to be covered: mental health stigma, types and consequences of stigma, cultural influences on mental illness, public knowledge and attitudes, dealing with stigma. Mental health stigma. Mental health stigmas are an unfortunate part of our current world. The phrase refers to a negative perception which general society has about mental health. Stigma has three aspects to it. Discrimination. People behave in ways that disadvantage the stigmatized group. Prejudice. People carry negative attitudes towards the stigmatized group. Ignorance. People do not understand the stigmatized group or their struggles. Mental health stigmas cause a lot of issues for people suffering from mental health problems. Stigmas can also relate to physical health issues. Types and consequences of stigma. The two types of mental health stigmas are social or public stigma. This is when society and the system are prejudiced against people with mental health problems. This can result in isolation and discrimination within the system. People might find others are less likely to believe what they say. Stigmas can lead to major disadvantages such as unemployment, lack of friends, and even problems reporting crimes. Self-stigma. This is when the sufferer internalizes negative stereotypes from society and feels bad about themselves, causing shame, low self-esteem and hopelessness. These stigmas can prevent sufferers from seeking help. They can cause people to hide when they are struggling and may lead to more problems. Sufferers may fear being rejected or judged. Cultural influences on mental illness. Culture naturally has a massive impact on how mental health is viewed. Different cultures have different approaches. This can cause problems for people who have emigrated into a different culture. Culture can also cause big issues for people born within that culture. Cultural aspects include lack of access to care. Many workplaces don't have the facilities to help sufferers. Lack of mental health specialists. In a lot of countries, an interest in psychiatry is seen as odd and they, therefore, lack specialists. Mistrust of medicine. Some cultures don't trust modern medicine and believe mental health problems have supernatural causes. Gender. In many cultures, men are supposed to be strong, and mental health problems are seen as a weakness, which may discourage them from seeking treatment. Social status. Mental health issues may be seen as embarrassing and degrading. Religion. People of various religions may be reluctant to seek help as they feel the culture does not necessarily respect their religious beliefs regarding mental health. Public knowledge and attitudes. Mental health issues are frequently seen as the fault of the sufferer. While some mental health conditions can be helped by the patient's behavior, for example exercising, eating healthily, they are medical conditions as much as cancer or heart disease, and should be treated as such. There are many contributing factors, and most are beyond the control of the patient. People with mental health issues are frequently seen as dangerous. Patients suffering from schizophrenia, for example, are thought to be violent. This is contrary to current data, which show that sufferers are in fact more likely to be a target of violence. Violence from sufferers is usually a result of drugs or alcohol, and this can be true of anyone. Other misconceptions are that people cannot recover from mental health problems and that treatments are ineffective. It is also wrongly believed that mental health problems are very uncommon. Dealing with stigma. It is unfair that people who suffer from mental health conditions should have to deal with stigma, but there are a few practical steps which can be taken. These include: connect with other people. Joining a support group can reduce feelings of isolation and help to normalize experiences. Remember that you are not your illness, and it does not define you. Get help. Don't let stigmas prevent you from seeking help. Consciously reject stigmas. Even if you hear such things regularly, reject negative stereotypes about mental illness and try not to internalize them. Connect with friends and family. Openly discussing mental health issues makes them easier to deal with and ensures you can access help. Remember that judgments come from a lack of knowledge or understanding. They are not judgments about who you are as a person.